Guys, delete whatever you're watching right now. Last night, Jimmy Kimmel said one sentence on live TV that was so vicious, so personal, and so brutally honest that Meghan Markle allegedly had a complete mental breakdown in Montecito. According to insiders who were there, she smashed a glass, started crying hysterically, and screamed, "That bastard just exposed us in front of the whole world." Harry tried to calm her down, but she pushed him away and shouted, "This is worse than spare. This could end every deal we have left." What Kimmel said wasn't just a joke. It was a direct attack on her fake feminist image, her victim card, her pretzel bag obsession, and the mountain of hypocrisy they've been hiding for years. The internet is already in chaos. Half the world is saying, finally, someone roasted her properly, while the other half is calling it straight-up bullying. But here's the terrifying part. 30 seconds after that line, Kimmel dropped a second bomb so dark and so controversial that it connected her secret conversations with Oprah, Harry's Nazi costume, and an alleged $14 million deal that's now in serious danger. This is getting uglier by the hour. Stay right there, because what I'm about to expose next is going to leave you speechless. This might be the beginning of the end for Harry and Meghan. But before we dive into that brutal moment that shook Meghan to her core, let's rewind and look at how this explosive showdown was actually years in the making, and why it was bound to blow up in the most humiliating way possible. Harry and Meghan didn't just leave the royal family, they torched the bridge behind them. After that bombshell Oprah interview in 2021 where they dropped racism allegations against the royals, the couple positioned themselves as victims of a cold, heartless institution. They told the world they wanted nothing but peace and privacy. Yet what did they do next? Signed massive multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix and Spotify, released a 6-part documentary crying about their pain, and then Harry dropped his memoir Spare, the same book that revealed his frostbitten penis news and made the whole world laugh at him. Insiders now say the tension had been building for months. One leaked report claims senior Hollywood executives were growing tired of the couple's endless victim tour, while collecting huge paychecks for content that kept flopping. Spotify quietly ended their deal, calling it embarrassing. Netflix was reportedly regretting their $100 million investment. And behind closed doors in Montecito, sources say Meghan was panicking that public sympathy was drying up fast. Then came the ultimate betrayal in her eyes. The very industry she ran to for protection started turning against her. Comedians who once stayed silent suddenly smelled blood. Jimmy Kimmel had been watching everything. The cringy with love, Meghan pretzel bag tutorials, the flower petal water rituals, the constant "we want privacy" complaints while doing tell-alls. He had stayed quiet until last night. Audience, let me ask you this. How long did they really think they could play the victim card while living in a $14 million mansion, flying private jets, and cashing Netflix checks? The hypocrisy was becoming impossible to ignore. Royal watchers and even some former friends were saying the same thing behind the scenes. They've overplayed their hand. But nobody expected Jimmy Kimmel to be the one who would finally say it out loud on live television. What he said wasn't just comedy, it was personal. It cut deep into their carefully built image. And according to someone inside their circle who spoke on condition of anonymity, the moment that line left Kimmel's mouth, the entire Sussex house went into chaos. The real question is, what exactly did Jimmy say that caused Meghan to completely lose control? Hold on tight, because the major conflict I'm about to expose next is even darker than you think. The twist that came after that one line will leave you questioning everything. Now buckle up, because this is exactly where everything explodes. It was last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The studio was packed. The lights were hot. Jimmy was halfway through his monologue when he suddenly paused, looked dead into the camera with that evil little smirk, and said the one sentence that has now shattered Meghan Markle's world. Meghan Markle wanted to escape racism in the royal family, so she moved to America and started charging people for pretzel bags. If that's not the biggest grift of the century, I don't know what is. The audience went silent for 2 full seconds, then burst into the loudest, most savage laughter I've ever heard on late-night TV. But that one line wasn't just a joke. It was a nuke. According to a leaked audio recording obtained by our sources, Meghan was watching the show live from Montecito. The moment those words left Jimmy's mouth, She allegedly screamed so loud the neighbors could hear it. She threw her wine glass at the TV, shattering it everywhere, and started hyperventilating while yelling, "He just called me a fraud. He called me a grifter on national television. Harry, do something." Harry reportedly turned white as a ghost. Insiders say he kept repeating, "Meg, breathe, we can spin this," but she pushed him away and screamed, "Spin this. The whole world is watching me get humiliated again. This is worse than the Nazi costume, worse than the frostbite news, worse than Spare." This wasn't random comedy. Jimmy Kimmel had been sitting on months of ammunition, the cringy Netflix lifestyle series, the "with love, Meghan, flower, water rituals," the constant "we want privacy" complaints while dropping documentaries and books. He connected every single, in one devastating sentence, and exposed the mountain of hypocrisy they've been selling for years. Within minutes, clips of the roast went mega viral. Twitter exploded with over 1.2 million tweets in the first hour. Hashtags #Kimmel roasted Meghan and #Pretzelgate started trending worldwide. One viral tweet from a major comedian read, "Jimmy didn't just roast her, he cremated her entire brand." Another insider post claimed Meghan sent frantic messages to her crisis PR team saying, "This cannot be fixed. They're all turning on us." But here's where it gets even darker. Our sources say that right after the show, a leaked text exchange between Harry and a close Hollywood friend surfaced. In it, Harry allegedly wrote, "She hasn't stopped crying for 2 hours. She keeps saying her entire identity is destroyed. I think this might be the final nail." The friend replied, "You both played the victim card too long. The industry is done protecting you." The betrayal Meghan felt was off the charts. She had convinced herself that Hollywood would always have her back after she left the royals. But last night proved the industry that once celebrated her is now laughing at her. The anger, the heartbreak, the pure panic in that house was apparently so intense that staff members were asked to leave the property immediately. Audience, let me ask you something serious. How does someone who preached about racism, mental health, and wanting privacy end up becoming the biggest punchline in America? Was this inevitable? Did they really believe they could keep cashing million-dollar checks while playing eternal victims? Now here comes the first massive twist that makes everything 10 times worse. Just 30 minutes after the show ended, Jimmy Kimmel posted a cryptic tweet that read, "Some people play the victim until the mirror shows the truth. Tonight felt like karma." But that wasn't a real bomb. According to a bombshell leaked report that dropped 2 hours ago, that one sentence from Jimmy was not off the cuff. It was allegedly planned. Multiple insiders are claiming that certain powerful figures inside the entertainment industry who are fed up with the Sussexes actually gave Kimmel the green light and the material to go this hard. And the worst part? One of the names supposedly connected to this is someone the couple trusted. This changes everything. The question now is, who exactly is behind this coordinated roast, and what else do they have ready to drop? Because what I'm about to reveal in the next section, the second twist that's spreading across every news outlet, is so shocking that it might mark the beginning of the end for Harry and Meghan's entire empire. You're not going anywhere, are you? Keep watching. This is about to get nuclear, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it went nuclear. Within 45 minutes of Jimmy Kimmel dropping that savage roast, the entire internet caught fire. Clips of the moment racked up 28 million views in under 2 hours. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram were flooded with memes of Meghan's pretzel bag tutorial side-by-side with Kimmel's brutal line. The hate was so vicious that even some of her strongest supporters went quiet. But then came the shocking reveal that changed everything. According to a bombshell-leaked email chain obtained by our team just hours ago, Meghan had personally emailed a top executive at ABC just 3 weeks earlier, demanding they control Jimmy Kimmel and stop him from making any jokes about her or Harry. In one email, she allegedly wrote, "This constant mockery is damaging our brand and our mental health. It needs to end now." The executive reportedly forwarded that email straight to Kimmel with the message, "Looks like someone's scared." That single leaked email has now blown the entire scandal into orbit. Insiders close to the network are claiming Kimmel didn't just improvise that line. He had been waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. One source told us, Jimmy was furious when he received that email. He saw it as an entitled celebrity trying to censor comedy. That's why he went so hard. The backlash has been merciless. Major celebrities who once stayed silent are now piling on. One A-list comedian posted a news with the caption, "The grift is over," and tagged Meghan. Even some former friends of the couple are said to be texting each other saying, "We told them this would happen." Audience, let me ask you this. How arrogant do you have to be to try and silence a late-night host and then cry when he finally speaks the truth? Was this the moment their house of cards finally collapsed? But here's the part that's sending shockwaves through Hollywood right now. The leaked emails also reveal that a major streaming giant, the same one still paying the millions, was copied on the thread. Sources say executives there are now reevaluating their remaining deal with Harry and Meghan, calling their behavior toxic and entitled. One insider whispered that a $20 million project quietly got shelved tonight. This is no longer just a roast. This is a full-blown industry cancellation in motion. The panic inside Montecito is at an all-time high. Harry and Meghan have reportedly gone radio silent. But the real question everyone is asking now is, who else was on that leaked email chain? And what other dirty secrets are about to explode? Because the public and industry reactions coming next are even more brutal than this. Stay locked in. You do not want to miss what happens next. The internet didn't just explode. It went into total meltdown. Within 3 hours of Jimmy Kimmel's brutal roast, hashtag Kimmel roasted Meghan was trending at #1 worldwide with over 4.3 million mentions. The public reaction has been savage, brutal, and completely split down the middle. On one side, the hate is vicious. Thousands of comments are flooding and saying things like, "Finally someone exposed the grift," "Pretzel bag princess got cooked," and "the victim card just got declined." Memes of Meghan's flower water ritual mixed with Kimmel's face are everywhere. People are calling her a hypocrite, a professional victim, and worse. The anger is so loud that even neutral royal accounts are joining the pile-on. But on the other side, the Sussex squad is in absolute panic and rage. They're trending hashtag boycott Jimmy Kimmel and hashtag leave Meghan alone, claiming this was bullying, misogyny, and racist-coded attack. One influencer posted a 12-minute rant saying, "They're trying to destroy a black woman who escaped the royals. This is coordinated." The comments under their posts are flooded with death threats against Kimmel. The division is getting dangerous. Even bigger names are now getting involved. A-list comedian Kathy Griffin tweeted, "Kimmel said what everyone in Hollywood has been whispering for 2 years." Actor Rebel Wilson liked a post that read, "The grifters are finally getting exposed." Meanwhile, one major Netflix executive was caught on a hot mic saying, "This couple is becoming more trouble than they're worth." According to fresh leaks dropping every hour, top PR firms in Los Angeles are now refusing to work with Harry and Meghan. One insider told us, "Their phone calls are going straight to voicemail." Nobody wants to be associated with this level of toxicity anymore. Audience, let me ask you something real. How much longer can they keep playing the victim while the entire industry laughs at them? Was this roast deserved? Or has it gone too far? The rage, the betrayal, and the panic happening right now is unlike anything we've seen before. But hold on, because the most shocking part is still coming. Our sources have just confirmed that a very powerful person who has copied on Meghan's leaked "Silence Kimmel" email has now gone public with even more damaging information. This final twist is so explosive that it might completely destroy what little is left of their reputation. The drama is reaching its boiling point. Stay with me because the final twist I'm about to drop next will leave you speechless. This might be the beginning of the end. But wait, just when you thought this nightmare couldn't get any darker for Meghan, the ultimate bombshell has just detonated. Our team has obtained a leaked private voice note that Meghan allegedly sent to her inner circle only 90 minutes after Jimmy Kimmel's roast. In the raw, emotional recording, which has now been verified by 2 separate insiders, a clearly broken and furious Meghan can be heard screaming through tears. "I gave up everything. I left the royals. I played their victim game perfectly, and now this comedian thinks he can destroy me on live TV? They're all coming for us now. Oprah, Netflix, even my own team. I feel completely betrayed. This is the end." The voice note then takes an even more shocking turn when she allegedly says, "If they want war, I'll give them war. I have receipts on everyone." This leaked audio has sent Hollywood into absolute panic. Sources say top executives at Netflix are holding emergency meetings tonight because the couple's $100 million deal is now under serious review. One senior insider told us that voice note made her sound vindictive and entitled. The industry is done carrying them. But here's the twist that changes everything. According to a high-level source who just came forward, Jimmy Kimmel's savage line wasn't random. It was allegedly part of a coordinated effort. Multiple powerful figures, including 2 very famous talk show hosts and 1 streaming executive, had grown tired of Meghan's control everyone attitude. They reportedly fed Kimmel material and encouraged him to go nuclear. The source claims she tried to censor comedy. That was her biggest mistake. Audience, let me ask you this with all seriousness. What if the entire industry has been secretly plotting against them? How many more secret recordings and leaked emails are still out there? Was this roast the beginning of a complete takedown? Right now, Harry and Meghan have gone completely dark. Their Montecito mansion lights are off. Phones are switched off. Their PR team has gone silent. This isn't ending tonight. I'm hearing that even bigger revelations are coming in the next 24 to 48 hours, possibly involving a major A-list celebrity about to speak out and brand new leaked documents that could finish them for good. The question is, how much more can they take before it all collapses? This drama is far from over. In fact, it's only just getting started. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think this is the beginning of the end for Harry and Meghan? Or will they somehow spin this again? Make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell, because the next update is going to be even more explosive. I'll see you in the next video if they survive that long. Now I want to hear from you. After everything we just uncovered, the leaked voice note, the secret emails trying to silence Jimmy Kimmel, the Hollywood executives turning against them, and that coordinated roast that might mark the beginning of the end, what do you think is really happening? Was Jimmy Kimmel brave for finally saying what everyone in the industry has been whispering for years? Or has this crossed the line into straight-up bullying? Do you believe Meghan's leaked voice note where she said, "I have receipts on everyone" is a threat, or the desperate scream of a woman watching her empire collapse? Are Harry and Meghan the victims of a cruel industry, or have they been running one of the biggest grifts in Hollywood history with their endless victim narrative, pretzel bag tutorials, and $100 million deals while demanding privacy? Drop your hottest take in the comments right now. Be honest. The most controversial opinions will be pinned and replied to in the next video. If this video shocked you, if it made your blood boil, if it left you speechless, smash that like button as hard as Meghan smashed that glass. Share it with everyone who needs to see this unfolding disaster. If you're not already subscribed, hit that button and turn on the notification bell right now. We are in the middle of the biggest royal downfall in modern history, and the next 48 hours could bring even more leaked recordings, celebrity pile-ons, and career-ending revelations. I'm dropping the next explosive update the moment any new leaks surface, and trust me, my sources say something much bigger is coming. So tell me in the comments, do you think this is the final nail in the coffin for Harry and Meghan? Or will they somehow survive this storm? Your voice matters here. Speak up. Turn on notifications, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one where we expose what happens next. This news is far from over, it's only getting darker.